On 23rd to 27th, the United Nations Environmental Program is convening in Ottawa, Canada, where the concern is on plastic pollution. The maritime environment is at a stake where several plastic disposals into the oceans and several water bodies around the world are affecting the aquatic life. Here in several parts of developing countries like Africa, by the congratulations, or last show we hosted David Tibaguma, and we're having a concern about Uganda being declared a middle income status just moments after ailing our program, United Nations made Uganda announced it to be into the middle income status. Congratulations for that. So in developing countries like Uganda and very many others, plastic pollution is still evident. The disposals of plastics into garbage places, into places of into community places, into the cities, which is a concern to the environment. My guest today has just recently been appointed into a new position of presidential advisor on elderly, but she's been serving for a long time as a private secretary of His Excellency the President of Uganda on Women Affairs, Princess Pauline Nasolo. On the Senior Citizens Talk today, we are looking into plastics and how to make it better for the environment. Welcome to the Senior Citizens Talk of HICGI News Agency, Princess Nasolo.
Thank you.
How is State House?
State House is doing well.
Wow.
And we are helping the women, we are helping the youth, and we are helping the elderly. Though they are ill, they are old, they can still help the country to move on.
What are those initiatives that State House is doing about the elder, about the women, about the children?
First of all, about the women, because I've been serving as a private secretary for women for 15 years.
Wow.
They are giving them funds, they are skilling them, they are giving them different programs. They have a special budget on the national budget for their women entrepreneurs. And now they have given them the GROW fund from UN.
Okay.
So the women are doing well, and they have done some work.
Wow.
During that process, we saw that we should look about the conservation of the environment.
Yes.
And we found out that the straws are part of the things which can spoil the soil, and we tried to find out how can we do it. Some people, they conserve the environment by using the plastic, but the end use still goes back to the same thing. But for us, we get the straws, they use these straws. We get them from the bars, we get them from the company when they are packing again to do the bottles. They throw out the straws. We take our bags there and they give us those straws. We disinfect them. After disinfecting them, we make different things from them. We make mats, we make dresses, we make conference bags, school bags, safari bags, and mats. From there, after selling them to you, you buy them as a school bag for your son, for your daughter. You buy a safari bag. You buy something like a wine bottle. We have the wine bottles. Yes. We have the hot mugs, carriers. When it grows old, after 2 years or 3, you just get tired of it, because the lifespan of it, when it is well handled, it is 10 years, due to the fact that they are plastic. So you sell it back to the initiative, under Kinawataka Women Initiative. When you sell it back to us, we melt it. We make basins, we make spoons, and we sell back. After selling back those basins and spoons, when you get tired of them, when they are worn up, still we bring them back. For us also, we earn from them, we sell it to those people who are making pipes for water. and we make sure that the conservation of the environment is done totally, because we will never find it anywhere. It will be used as a pipe for water.
Who inspired you into this plastic project?
This plastic project, we would like to do it at a large scale, but we have a problem of making the machine, and it will be the first machine in the world. Because you understand the straw is round in shape. You have to make it flat before you use it. So before you weaving it, you have to make it flat. That machine, we are looking for that machine for weaving it. Because we have trained over 2,000 groups of women in a group of 30, 30, 30, 30. They would like to continue to do the work, but the machine to compress them, we use it manually using a knife to make them flat, which takes a long time, and at times we fail to get orders. We fail to fulfill the orders.
You mean you have so many orders?
We have so many orders. Now we had an order, a contract for making school bag, making conference bag for Italy, but we have failed because we will not make it on time, because of the time we spend when you are making these straws, slip and flat, and then you make it. We know if we get the machine, we can do all the orders. We had an order from Italy, we had an order from Spain, but we turned down the orders. And we have been from different conferences. We have been in America, we have been in Australia, we have been in India, and we have won some awards. Different awards.
Wow.
Yes. And our chairperson of our director of the initiative was a banker, a retired banker.
Yes.
She can also come and tell us about the awards we have got, if you are interested about it.
I would love to see those awards. Yeah. Before she comes in, isn't it very stressful to pick these straws on the streets, or maybe from garbage containers of KCC? Isn't it?
First of all, we started this initiative to create jobs for people. We started these jobs to give skilling to the women, to the youth. We are not only dealing with the youth, or only the women, but the youth of both sides, male and female. We are giving them skills. Even the elderly, they do their maths at home, and we buy them from them. So this, we are not getting it from the garbages of State Council. We are getting them from the factories. People, after using the straw, they leave it in a bottle. So those people, when you are going to wash their bottles, they remove the straw. And at the hotels, the restaurants, we just put our bag there so that they put in clean. We don't get it from the garbages. So we get those boys, young boys who are on the street, young boys who are not working, and they bring and we give them some money. We give them some money.
So the process of now correcting them, now coming to you, you're stressing the need of a machine because the hands are very tiresome, and of course it can't go further. So in the process of, if you fail to get the machine, what are you going to do?
We can't fail. We don't think about failing at all. We can't fail. We went to China. Someone tried to do it for us, but it needed a little improvement. But he said that unless you are ordering 100, you can't order 100 before you have made one perfect. If someone makes one for us perfect, we can order more. As I told you that we have trained 2,000 women groups. They will need them.
So this one of Magezi Gabaganda, which I've seen, you said it worked for only a few days.
It only working, and it could only do about 50 straws a day.
That's
yes, very little. And when we tried to look for the man who did it for us, he had gone to Australia to do other machines. He does his machines local and they work. So the people from Australia have taken that gentleman. But we are still looking for the engineers. I think if you explain to the engineer what you want, they can do it.
So is the problem money or the machine?
Both. We need the money to do the machine. We need the money to research for the engineers who can do it for that. Yes. Because we know what we want. Yes.
Okay, that is pretty good. So the 2,000 women that you're talking about, are they in Kampala? Where are they?
They are in different areas. We have some in the northern part. We have some from the eastern. We have some from the western. And even in the south.
So this makes it to be a national project, touching the lives of people from every part of the country.
Yes.
You know, the northern Uganda suffered war, and probably that could be a very good project for them.
We had girls from the northern part during the time of the war. Those girls who were, they were calling them what? The girls from the northern who had nowhere to sleep. Mama kept some here and trained them. She gave them the skills. And they were making their bags, they are making their products, and we could sell them for them to get their school fees. We sold, they went to school, and they graduated.
Because of incomes from this project.
Yes, yes.
That makes it a successful project.
Yes, because of we can't take contracts because even the supermarkets want our mats. Unfortunately, you have not found a finished mat here. They have finished all the mats. They want them. We take them to the supermarkets. We take you can check on Capital Supermarket. It is there. They are there. So we could make mats, we could make different things, but due to the lack of the machine which can press for us, these straws.
Yes.
Okay. From plastics, I understand there is also another project that you're doing, trying to give a solution, trying to assist young women on the issue of menstruation. What is that project that you started about the girls?
As you know, social media, I saw some girls from the eastern part of Uganda who were using soil during their menstruation, and they were covering it with a cloth and with a polyethylene something. Then we started to do, I contacted, there is a company called She for She. It is in Luzila. They are making pads for them, reusable pads which can be used for 2 years.
2 years.
For 2 years. They are 6, 2 for the night and 4 during the day.
Yes.
So I'm trying, and next month I'm going to one of the schools where I saw girls demonstrating, teaching their fellow friends to use those things, which I thought it is very dangerous to their uterus, because by my background, I'm a senior midwife.
Okay.
By profession. By profession.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow. So
I was touched when I saw them using such. So we want to train people how to make those pads. If other people join us and give us a hand, we can get the machines, we can make the materials, and we stop buying them. But at the moment, I'm looking for people who can send us some money, and we buy, and we start off before we start manufacturing them for ourselves.
Is that under State House initiative, or you have your personal initiative?
It is my personal initiative, because all the time when we think about the government to work, that's why we are there. And people think about if you are a president's advisor, you advise the president. But we advise people on behalf of the president.
oh.
We are not supposed to advise the president, but we are the representative of the president to advise them what to do. Yes, I think there is a misquotation about that. Because I hear some of the people that, president as the advisor, they don't even meet the president. We don't need to advise the president. We need to advise his people what to do, how to go about it, how can we join hands and do something. The government will not do everything, though we are government workers.
Yes.
But we have also to advise the community where to go, what to do, and then the president will add on. Because like now, the president gave the parish development model.
Yes.
If you don't advise those people how to go about it, the president will not go up to the ground, up to the parish, up to the village.
Yes.
It is the advisors of the president to advise those people to do the right thing which the president wants us to do.
Because you've made it, she's made a new phenomenon. Because we really thought about being an advisor to head of state. You are advising the head of state by she's telling us that the president is too bright to be advised. Instead, we are advising the people on that particular subject on which the president is entrusting us. That is something new that I've just learned today. You also have a project of mushrooms. What is so special about the mushrooms?
The mushroom, we have to find out and recycle things which we call a waste, and we change them to be productive. In mushroom growing, we use the cones from where they have got this maize, those cones. We use the husks of cotton, we boil them, we put in a seed of mushroom, the swan, and we make mushrooms. And if every these people who are talking about nutrition, mushroom must be on every diet of every woman or a man because of calcium. We started it when I was still a nurse. You found out that mushroom adds on CD4. And when you take mushroom, the immunity, it boosts the immunity. So when I started growing it, I was still working as a nurse midwife. I started growing it, and we are giving it to HIV patients. When I found out that people who are using the mushroom I'm growing, when they go back, their CD4 has raised. I put it on a high scale, and the president also advertised it when you saw it on his farm at Kaum. He has it in a farm, on demonstration farm at Kaum. One time you go there. He has a demonstration farm at Chitierera, and you have another demonstration farm at Arua, Jiri.
Okay.
So we are growing mushroom. And even in the community, there is a center where we do the skilling for mushroom growing. Yes.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. You talked about the demonstration farm of the president. And at one time, the president was seen watering plants using a bottle of mineral water. And he received some negative criticism from people as to whether it is the bottle is enough to be irrigating the ground. How was it a proper arrangement for the president to give such an example? You had a certain message you were passing.
We have a shortage of water in Africa.
Yes.
And the people are missing even some water for drinking. So they can't do irrigation when irrigation has not reached them. What can they do? And you can't wait for the rain because the seasons have changed. So if people were laughing, today Gandhi see his banana plantation. How it is. You Gandhi see his coffee. How it is. People are already harvesting coffee. The banana plantation is picked up. But when you put on a bottle, it drops slowly by slowly. And that little irrigation goes around the area of the banana, or because he planted the banana under bottle irrigation, and then the coffee under bottle irrigation. And it worked very well. It worked very well. One day you'll come and visit, and we go there because I supervise there on the mushroom garden.
Wow.
Yes.
That is pretty good. So, if viewers of the senior citizen talk, we're still with Pauline Nasolo, Princess from State House, and she's she's talking about several remedies and different projects that has been in her docket. One of them that we have just had is plastics, how they're changing plastic straws into a solution to the environment. And she's also talked about the mushrooms and the project for women. Princess Parinasol, we would like to know when and how did the president meet you to start working for him?
For me, I was a private practitioner. I had my maternity center, but I had given my Thursday to the community to do community sensitization about health, about development, about financial income of a home, which the president is advocating now, the state income of the family, not the whole world. You are, and he had explained about wealth and development. People are fighting for the road, but the road will not help you. As a home state, how do you gain your income? So I found women on those who are staying in a Mizigo type. And they were not doing anything, and told them that if we can gather and do some mushroom growing, we can get money. If we can use the papers and make necklaces, we can get something. I went to learn so many things at the background of my mom. My mom was a chairperson of Mothers Union, but I could see her helping women who were vulnerable, the grassroots women, how to make bras, how to make knickers for their children from their old dresses. So I picked the interest. So when I had a maternity center, was called Lusaka Life Care Maternity Center.
Lusaka is in Kampala?
Kampala.
Okay.
Machindi. So I decided to give Thursday to the community. I could go and sensitize about immunization. I would go and sensitize about the skills of development where they can earn something. So we started a group which was called Machindi Initiative when I was still in Machindi. As we started that, we could join all the Kampala district. That's when I came across Mama Bena. Yes, so she had started this, and I saw that it was great. I joined her, and we started moving on in this, and now here we are.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Like telling you that we have to use the waste and put it productive. We use the husks of cotton, it as a mushroom garden, and then we use it as a fertilizer in the gardens and in growing the greens to the women who are growing, who are in rural areas, who are in these cities. Just get a bag, put in those fertilizers, and you grow your greens and you eat your greens a day.
Wow.
Yes.
So the president picked you from your maternity center and then you started
Not
working.
from the maternity center. People they used it to do exhibitions on the national days. Then he could ask them, who is teaching you this? Who is teaching you this? That's how he came to know me. Yes. Those women were telling her, there is a nurse, there is a midwife that side, there is a lady called Princess called so is doing this. First of all, he found someone growing mushroom in Piggy, asked her, who taught you this? Then she found another one in another place. Everyone was mentioning the same name. That's when I got a call from him. which I was not expecting at all. Yes.
When you received the call from the president, I mean, what was that experience? I know it's quite unusual.
I doubted it.
You thought it was Museveni calling?
Someone said that the president would like to talk to you. I said, yeah, my friend, Labono Muferankedde. I switched off the phone, in fact, the first
Seriously?
time, yes.
Yes.
Then the second time, he called and told me that don't switch off the phone. His Excellency wants to speak to you. And when His Excellency called me, he said, thank you for helping the women, and I would like to work with you. He said, I would like to work with you, and I will give you an appointment. When he gave me an appointment, he told me, I request you to help on the women issue on the desk of the women. And when he called me, he said, do you want some money? I said, what kind of money do you want to give me? Why do you give me money when I'm not working for you?
Yes.
Then he said, you don't want money? I said, I will get money when you have worked for you.
Yes.
That's when he gave me an employment, and I started to work at the women desk as a private secretary for women. And in July, he appointed me as a senior presidential advisor.
So you were a senior presidential advisor.
On elderly.
Oh my God, the level of a cabinet minister. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what's your experience in State House? I mean, working for the president.
It is a pride to be in a high office, but being in the high office doesn't change you. You must associate with
Father,
the people.
you're so humble compared to other people who are working with the president.
Because the president also is humble.
Oh, yeah.
You must behave as your boss behaves. Because they say that when the fish is getting rotten, it starts from the head. When you find your boss is humble, why are you not humble? I'm humble because the president also is humble. Yes.
And I hear you people, I don't know which religion are you, but I hear you people in the State House are praying so much. You've made prayer altars. Is it true?
It is true. I'm a born-again Christian.
born again,
Yes,
okay.
I'm a born-again Christian.
So you are the people praying in State House, praying for the president.
No, everyone prays for the president. I hope you also praise for the president. Now things changed. When for me during primary, I was in a Catholic school. Whenever you could enter the mass, you could pray for the Pope, you could pray for the president. But these days things change. You go to the church, people pray for their priests. They never pray for the president. I don't know what happened, but the whole nation should pray for the president. Okay. Yes, like a woman in a home, you must pray for your husband.
Oh.
You must pray for their husband if you want a successful home. You must pray for the husband.
That is something.
However much, if you are working or not, you must pray for the husband so that he gets the genuine friends to work with him. So if we don't pray for the president, that's why you see that people are stealing money for the government. We don't pray for him so that God can separate him from the people who are not genuine. I wonder why some churches changed from praying for the president. We used to pray for the president and the Pope and the bishop.
Wow.
But now they pray for the Pope and the bishop. They don't pray for the president. Even in Roman Catholic, in Protestants, they used it to pray for the president first and then the bishops. But now, even in the Pentecostal churches, there are few who are taking it seriously that as we start the prayers, we must pray for the leaders. Those leaders are human.
Yes.
We must pray for them. We must pray for them for the guidance. At times, they don't have time to pray for themselves. We are the people to pray for them.
Okay. We are still on the senior citizens talk with Pauline Nasolo, senior presidential advisor on elderly. She has said that praying for the president doesn't make you to be an inalim kader because when you pray to the president, the nation is upright. So those of you who don't pray for your leaders, it is something that now we're learning that we need to revive praying for the president, praying for the nation, that everything goes on right. I want to ask you, Princess, what do you during your time of working with the president and your services for the country, are there some moments that maybe some challengeful, quite difficult, or when you are down? Are there some such moments in your life?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. Yes.
Wow. That's
Because
pretty,
we used it to work as a team.
yes.
And we all fight for success. And I was usually telling my juniors that we are harvesting mangoes to put in the same basket. So if you get a mango from the other side, another one get a mango in another side, provided we are going to put it in the same basket, and you want that basket to be filled, let us join hands, and whoever do whichever you feel is positive for the community.
Yes.
Yes.
So the name Nasolo Princess, you come from the royal family?
Yes.
Which is that? Can you explain that?
Our king was called King Kigala Edambwe.
Okay.
He was a great king who ruled twice. He died when he was very old. He was a king, he got old and he left the throne. Afterwards, when the son was not doing well, he came back and he came back on the throne. And now, yes, I'm born from Prince Emmanuel Chimba, the late, from Masaka. And Gladys Chimba is my mother. She's still alive. She's 86 now.
Wow.
Looking nice with white hair and very
Oh
strong.
my God.
Yes.
Yes.
Then I was the firstborn of the prince. That's why I was named Nasolo.
So you are the people who got the bath of milk. I hear that the royal people, they bathe them with milk.
I don't know, because that time I didn't know how they bathed me. But I'm the person who is serving the kingdom and serving the government. Because in the kingdom I worked as the Womuluka in Machindie. Yes, I worked as a Womuluka in Machindie. I still work with the women now. When I changed the position from Machindie, at Kila, I'm a member of the women who are serving with the king. Yes. Okay. I'm a member of the kingdom women who are working in the community, who are helping the community.
As we're here to finish, you've been having international trips where you've been making some presentations. What are those key projects and presentations you are selling to on the international scene?
The key presentation is about conservation of the environment.
Yes.
Fighting the environment, because there are still about these straws, we want the end use to be that it doesn't go back to be dumped in the soil.
Yes.
Even in the mushroom, when we use the cotton hussicks, we use polyethylene papers. After using the mushroom gardens, we take the hussicks in the garden and we collect the polyethylene papers to the people who are making bottles, the plastic bottles. We sell them back to those people to be reused, not to be dumped in the soil.
Wow.
Yes.
That's pretty good. And I think last year, which year, you were at the UN conference in New York, Women on Status of Women. I mean, what is this agenda about prioritizing women and leaving out the men? Don't you think you are forgetting men also by putting so much emphasis on the global face? Women here, women. I'm not against women, but don't you think the world is also forgetting about the man?
The world has not forgotten about the man, because women are the people who bring out men.
Ah.
So if you teach the woman, you have taught the nation. If you teach the woman will teach the boy before he becomes a man. So I think we have not left out. Because a woman handles a man when the man is still young. Why do you want us to skill the men who have grown out? So we tell the women,
Yes.
whichever we've told you, give it to your boys before they grow. Teach them before they get homes. Give them examples in the house, in the home, in the family, before they become men. So if you teach a woman, you have taught the whole world. Wow. Because it is women who brings out the men. And they start from being boys. Yes. So if you teach a boy, a woman will teach her boy. When the boy is brought up safely, he will be a right man in the country. Don't you see that it is useful?
It is, but the women of today are also very busy. They've taken over responsibilities of men. They come back home late. They don't have time to sit with children, and in most cases, the responsibilities of men have been taken over by women.
That is a say. You know, there are some people who make slogans, like in Uganda. They say that UPE, children don't pass. But how many children from UPE who have passed with the first grades? But now it has become a slogan that women come out very late. Do you have the percentage of women who comes out very late in the house? They don't have. Yes, they don't have. Do you know why that woman comes late? Because at times like me, I'm working with the president, we could cover up to midnight. Doesn't my husband know that I'm with the president? They know the reasons why they are coming out late, where they are coming late. They are not coming late from bars. They are coming late because of the kind of the jobs they are doing. But they are not coming late because they have taken over the responsibility of a man. And every time you tell a woman that I'm your husband, know that you are useless in the house. So the woman that you are the husband by what you do in the house. By your responsibility. You don't tell someone to say that I'm a woman. What have you done to show that you're a woman in the house? Yes.
So you sometimes have to remind them. Maybe they are forgetting.
Whenever you tell a woman that, don't you know that I'm your husband? It's because you have not behaved as a husband. If you behave as a husband, you don't need to remind someone. And when you tell your children, don't you know that I'm your father? You have not behaved as a father. If you have behaved as a father, the children will know that this is my father. You come back, you give them love, you give them whichever you have brought for them, you ask for them what they have learned. They, even at school, they say, hey, Daddy will ask what you have learned and pays attention. But if you don't do that, you go very early, you come back very late, and they see you at the weekend. Are you a father? So don't tell your children, I'm a father. Do what will tell the children that you're a father. Do what which will qualify you to be a husband in the home. Okay. Yes.
And do what will qualify you to be a wife at
in the home. Yes. How can you say that I'm a woman, I'm a wife of somebody, when you just sit at the dining table and say, Anne, is still ready? Is Daddy's juice okay? Are you a wife? What kind of a wife? So we don't just tell those women, well, this thing which you call that we have equal opportunities, which what not. We mean let us both provide. You buy a uniform, I pay the school fees. You buy shoes, I buy the socks for the children. Buy a bed, I buy a mattress for the children. That is the equal.
There are moments when you allow them to do such a thing now in the public, they'll come out, I'm the one who pays school fees, I'm the one the other day who did this. And they grow wings and they start.
Those wings, they are not from that marriage by the time of marriage. That's the home bringing up. Where do you get your wife? Look back. How did you get that wife? Eh?
How did you?
How did you get that wife? Did you know the background of that family?
So it is important
It
before
is,
you get
yes.
to know the background and the family. It
People are
matters.
complaining when they don't know even the father of the wife. When even they don't know even the mother of the wife. Where did you get that wife? How does the mother of the wife you have behaves on the village? Why do you just get someone and you said she's a wife? Not everyone is my wife material. Yes. When you change what we found good, we said that some things were not good according customary. But let us continue with those which were good, positive. Those which are negative, we leave them. Like a circumcision of women, what not, we can leave that. But sitting with your daughter and tell her how she could behave, how you can bring God in your marriage.
Yes.
And marriage is between 3 people, you, your wife, and your God. Why do you take it to LC3? Why do you take it to LC1?
You have to settle the matters. Both of you, if it fails, communicate to God.
Because at times there are girls who struggle to get their husbands. But when you are praying to God, tell God the qualities you want.
Yes.
And God gives you the qualities you want. When you say the qualities have changed, then tell God that the qualities are changing. Help me. Let him go back in the qualities. I will say, the real one you gave me is not the one in the house now. I want the other one you gave me. Yes.
And because most people, when they get disagreements or disputes in a home, they'll go to the LC, like you say. They'll go to where is Senga, where is Muko, where is Mami. This man is failing, this wife is failing.
We should take it to God. Love is between you and your wife. The next person to call to help you is God. No one will help you to settle your marriage in life. If you disagree the two, you have disagreed. Yes.
As we wind up the senior citizens talk, Princess Nasoro, is there anything else you would want us to finalize with Akatarikika?
What I would like to talk about as a woman, those people who are selling dresses for women, they have this, I don't know how they call them, those statues which they dress up and put on the verandas.
Yes.
At least let them give them knickers. Before they dress them, it looks funny. To see a naked woman on a veranda. I feel bad when I see them.
Oh, even young women, girls can, with children may.
It doesn't look good because they are like a human being.
Oh, yeah, true.
And they are ladies standing naked before being dressed. But I think if they can get them knickers, it would be good.
Oh my God, my God. We were about to miss that. People having shops on displays. Please, please, please respect the women. You've been on the Senior Citizens Talk today of HICGI, a news agency with Chivumbi Anis Benjamin, your usual host, and of course on the camera, Mr. Ronnie Sarada and our producer. Until next time, thank you so much.